Hey, this is Eve. I want to talk about barefoot walking. It's November, Washington, D.C. I started barefoot walking when I read this one book about recovering from chemical and electromagnetic sensitivity. Anyway, I was very chemically sensitive, very sick, and I managed to get well, pretty well, and then I started becoming electromagnetic sensitive. I didn't figure it out for a while. I just had really bad headaches, and I was dizzy, and my face would turn red, and I just felt sort of stressed. And I had a strengthening, like, sensitivity to sounds, and a little grouchy. I would just notice, like, a state of nervous tension. So I was already doing yoga and exercising and walking somewhat in the woods already. I read in a book that this woman did barefoot walking and grounding. So I immediately, went out next day with no shoes on and was instantly hooked. There's an excellent documentary called Grounding that just came out this year, 2013. And they do a lot of scientific experiments and a lot of explaining. They're saying that, the earth has lots of ions, it has lots of energy, it's got all this force. The earth is where we live, and there's all kinds of things going on that, we don't know about. And of course, for millions of years, people have been connected to the ground. But now, since the 60s, we've been wearing rubber-soled shoes, and that doesn't let the electromagnetic forces of the earth come through into our bodies. So a cure for lots of things is to actually be in contact with the earth. So I tried it. I'm always willing to try everything, especially when you have something like electromagnetic sensitivity, and you can't be around too many Wi-Fi and computers and cell phones because let's face it, they're not going anywhere. So I started barefoot walking and immediately noticed a huge difference. And I started doing it about 3 times a week. Just take my shoes off. It's embarrassing when you go to the manicurist. So I also found this thing called a grounding pad, which you plug into the wall outlet, which connects to the earth and grounds you. And I sleep with that on. And sometimes when I'm on the computer, usually I try to have it under my feet or under the computer, and it also is amazing. I'm going to try to sell them on my website. I don't now. I bought one from Dr. Mercola. It was $65, and it's just like a little cheap piece of plastic and a wire, and it came with a thing where you could test your wall outlet. He also gives you instructions on how to make your own, and sells kits, I think, for cheaper. But if you have any kind of illness, especially any illness that's related to the nerves, which I think probably most illnesses do have a component, you're going to notice pretty quickly how good you feel. Some people have asked me, how long, do you need to stay outside? And I think everybody's different. I just stay outside until I feel better. And in that grounding documentary, they did show one woman who was making shoes that were grounding shoes. So I think this is the way of the future. I think lots of people will be walking barefoot, lots of people will be wearing grounding shoes, and lots of people even just sitting on a log. You're touching the tree, you're touching the plants, and they are grounded to the ground. Yeah, not to mention breathing oxygen. There's been studies done on how the sounds of nature heal the immune system. Chemical sensitivity and being as very, very ill as I was really a huge blessing because it has, one, caused me to be this sort of nature person, and I'm a total nature fanatic now. I just love it. And caused me to heal my mind, my spirit, my body. It's really been a very beautiful, relaxing, and spiritual journey in the end.